And, but when you try and erase that and change it, the whole question erases. So maybe Epic can fix that.
Thank you for raising that. Let's talk about that at our next age-friendly committee meeting next week. Thank you. Yeah, we'll love to bring that to Donna's attention because that's the first I've heard of that.
So Lisa, the increased mobility, that's a work in progress, I'm assuming.
It is. I mean, we've started the work through our age-friendly committee, but over the past month, this is really our big catapult to getting the education in a broader fashion to all of the nursing staff.
You know, let me comment on that. I think we do it more than we think because it's just not getting documented very, very vigorously. Because when I've reviewed charts for a few months, I've seen where the PTCs are in there mobilizing the patients, but we don't know if it's from here to there or if it's in the hall. I think it's probably being done and not being captured as rigorously as it could be.
But another reason probably some patients they're not able to walk with the nurses and they rely on physical therapists, and because of limitation of physical therapists they cannot come 3 times a week, 3 times a day for each patient.
So we're really promoting a teamwork and a buddying up system between the nurse and the PCT to be able to say, how are we going to accomplish ambulating this patient 3 times during our shift, right? Or 3 times a day. And, you know, what does that look like? How do we divvy up our workload? We may or may not have a help program volunteer on our shift today, but this is something that's a priority. If those orders don't allow for ambulation, the clinical supervisors need to discuss with the physician or the nurses to be able to modify and change those orders. You know, we don't rely on the physical therapist to ambulate patients. So this is really a shift and change in the mindset.
One of the things I came across when this was introduced is what matters to you and alcohol. When the patients say they normally would have a nightcap or whatever it is, and I actually have asked the question, well, can they have one and call down to the cafeteria? And we can order up a glass of wine, and that's all that does the trick for them not to. So it is available, but I'm not sure how many people know that we can order a glass of beer or a glass of wine from the cafeteria for our patients for nightcaps at night or in the evening.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
George.
You're drawing times for blood in patients' things. Have you? What is the standard time now? 6 o'clock, or because that was a big complaint when people were in the hospital.
Yeah, it's after 5. After 5 a.m.
For routine blood draws.
You're talking about routine.
Routine blood, not emergency. Routine.
Right. Same with imaging. Routine imaging after 5.
And vital signs assessments and blood glucose monitoring. So anything that's routine happens after 5 a.m. in the morning. That's part of our 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep protocol. I think that's time. Any more questions? We're happy to take them in the back of the room, but that's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for being here. Because I have 2 for a hospital. Maybe is there any other time? Let me go. Videos rush. Hospital, oh, maybe it's the intro. Maybe I told hospital training.
All right. Lisa,
We did it.
I actually forgot. I forgot to see you, otherwise I would have come in.
Darren, who then needs to know, endorse whether or not you want to participate. You can participate. We actually do have a lot of IC nurses. Yeah. But I would love to have you join. Yeah. Well, the council is really just a venue for us to talk about, what research is happening, what EEP projects are going on in the hospital. The committee is, a venue for you to get plugged in. But whatever it is that you need specifically for school life, I can help you with that. That doesn't necessarily mean that we need to have you stop. But you can if you like. So is this going to be for apples or for spring? Okay. Okay, so why don't you talk to Darren about whether or not he wants you to be on the committee? And then, I'd like to hear what you have in mind for Apple points. What is it that you're looking for specifically? Because you can get points for being on the committee, you can get points for being on the projects, and there are some projects that are working in the works where they use networks. We actually have that research study on workplace violence where you could be a co-PI and maybe divvy up a lot of work. So there are other opportunities. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, just stay connected with me. And if I don't respond, just text me.
Look at what orders are in there, and not usually seen by the hospital.
I got a microphone in my.
Review current orders, so you see those same orders all the time.
Yeah, okay.
And then, the other thing, it's just an old adage.
I guess this is perfect doing it that way because that's, we're talking about a 10 to 15 versus we're talking maybe a 30 or 50.
How many of our patients go on that?
Okay. Yeah, a lot of times someone with a lot of actual diet or eating.
And literally the patient, the patient says, oh, I've been waiting for you.
Doctor's line having your, sorry, we have a, we have a, conference
Tell them to tell you that.
but again, Westminster, that hotel in Pasadena. It's very well priced and it's got world experts, especially in neuromuscular, but it's got a whole category that you might enjoy relating to your practice and that sort of stuff. Other things. And usually the lunches, we've got some sort of companies going that you get a free lunch. I don't know about this dinner this time. You might want to catch that because this is it's very well priced. It's 3 days, but there's some really